Getting ready for our bachelor and bachelorette parties. The laughter came first, sharp, careless, like glass breaking on tile. I wasn't supposed to hear it. Her voice, light, drunk with excitement, slipped through the half-closed door of the bathroom as I passed the hallway. I invited my ex-lover. Hope he'll come. I spent the whole day shaving everywhere for him, lol. Her friends howled. The kind of laughter that makes the walls shake. And I froze. Not a step more, not a breath more. The words didn't feel real, not in the way a knife feels real when it first touches your skin. But once it cuts, you understand. I stood there long enough to etch every syllable into memory. She never said my name, only his, only the ex. I kept walking, silent, careful, like nothing inside me had shifted. But it had. That night, she fell asleep smiling, already drunk on the idea of tomorrow's bachelorette chaos. She asked me, almost childlike, if I'd surprise her with breakfast in bed the next day. I said nothing. She kissed me anyway. Sweet, empty. A kiss that felt like a performance. When morning came, she opened her eyes expecting pancakes, coffee, maybe roses. What she got was silence. And me, fully dressed, staring at her with something colder than love. At first I wanted to dismiss it. Maybe she was joking. Maybe the words weren't meant the way they sounded. But lies have a weight. They don't float, they sink. And I felt the pull immediately. Her giggle replayed in my head like a broken record. Her friends' laughter, their complicity, their knowledge. They knew a version of her I didn't. That was the betrayal, more than the words themselves. The realization that her intimacy had always been divided. I made coffee for myself, not for her. Watched her pout when I didn't bring her a cup. Watched her mask slide quickly back into brightness, as if nothing had cracked. She thought I didn't hear. That was her mistake. The law firm party was in 2 days. My partners expected me to celebrate my last free night before the wedding. The timing was perfect. A distraction for her, a shield for me. But I couldn't shake it. Every time she texted, every time she smiled, every time she called me love, I saw the bathroom door, the way she whispered about shaving for someone else. Doubt became certainty. Certainty demanded proof. And I am a man who builds his life on evidence. The investigation began quietly. I checked her phone when she showered. Patterns, not words. Hidden names, numbers stored under female contacts, late-night messages deleted. But fragments remained. A missed call here, a notification preview there. Her ex's name buried beneath a fake one. I recognized the number. She had once whispered it by mistake years ago. That memory saved me. I reached out to an investigator I'd used before in a corporate case, a man who didn't ask questions as long as the check cleared. I handed him a name, a number, a suspicion. 2 days of waiting, pretending, playing the role of the doting fiancé while inside, I burned slow and quiet. She planned outfits for the party, asked if her dress was too short. She twirled for me, laughing, unaware that every glance of hers I cataloged like evidence in a courtroom. I responded with nods, tight smiles, words measured in teaspoons. She didn't notice. When the report came, it wasn't a surprise. It was confirmation. Pictures, hotel records, a trail of lies wrapped in the disguise of errands and girls' nights. She wasn't just inviting him to the bachelorette. She had never let him leave her life at all. And I had everything I needed. The night of the law firm's CEO party, the ballroom shimmered with crystal lights and champagne towers. Everyone congratulated me on the engagement, on the lucky bride. I smiled. I toasted. I played my role flawlessly. She arrived late, glowing, a dress that was meant to silence rooms. She kissed me on the cheek, posed for photographs, whispered, "Tonight, just for us." I slipped the envelope into her hand, discreet, cold. The report sealed. Her fingers trembled as she slid it open beneath the tablecloth. Pictures, receipts, messages, proof so undeniable it shattered her performance instantly. Her eyes widened, a silent gasp, a drop of champagne trembling in her glass. "Why?" she whispered, barely audible. I leaned closer, my voice calm, calculated. Because lies always leave evidence, and I collect evidence for a living. She tried to speak, but words failed. Her mask collapsed. The party continued around us, oblivious. Her world was crumbling in a room full of laughter, and I sat still, untouched. I didn't yell, I didn't curse, I didn't grant her the drama she secretly craved. Instead, I stood, glass in hand, and addressed the partners gathered near us. "Everyone," I said evenly, "to new beginnings." She flinched at the words. She knew what I meant. I left her at the table, clutching the report, makeup cracking as tears pushed through. She reached for my arm, but I stepped away. Not with anger, with precision. Later, outside, as her friends searched for her, I instructed the driver to take me home, alone. The wedding was canceled with one email, sent at dawn. The subject line, "Evidence attached." The attachment contained everything. Not to humiliate, but to end it cleanly. Final. Undeniable. She would wake to silence. No ring, no fiancé, no future. Only the truth she thought I'd never uncover. I sat in my office as the sun rose, light bleeding across polished mahogany. The ring rested on the desk, untouched, a relic of a lie. There was no rage left, no grief, only clarity. Betrayal doesn't scream, it whispers. It giggles behind closed doors, thinking you can't hear. And then it rots everything from within. She thought she was clever. She thought shaving for another man was a joke her friends could share. But now, her laughter was evidence. Evidence I turned into judgment. I walked away, not as a man abandoned, but as a man freed. And when the silence finally settled, I realized the truth. I didn't lose her. She lost me.